So Manfred got his hands on 2 free twin beds, box spring and mattress, and they fit perfectly up in the new loft area. So we're gonna go get some brand new twin sheets and bedding. For now, he just put a sleeping bag up there and he decided he wants to sleep in here. So that kind of changes things in the RV, and it's weird to say this, but it's almost like Manfred sleeps in the shop, our daughter sleeps in the bunkie, and I sleep in the RV. It's like we each have our own little tiny home. How amazing to get 2 free twin beds. We're gonna like fix it up and finish it up, obviously, but this is gonna be an excellent space for visitors to come when they come to visit. Have like a little, shelf up there in between those 2 beds, and I'll put some pictures on the wall. Manfred has to finish, obviously, the other parts of the walls. The next thing he's going to do, though, I think, is the stairs to go up, because right now he's just using this ladder to get up there. And this is where it's at right now. There's a little window there, and that is so that when Manfred's laying in bed, he can still watch hockey. How cool, huh? Plus, it gives a little bit of natural light, too, from these 2 windows. This post is here, but he is going to take that out, and it is going to, just hang in there, and then that'll be all open in there. And then this is where we're going to put, like, a little sort of kitchen-y kind of area. The stove is there, we can have a counter. Eventually this building will be hooked up to power, and there's lots still to finish in here, so it changes a lot in the RV, so let's go in there. Hello there, and welcome to my boring vlog. My name is Bethany, and 2 years ago, my man, our daughter, and myself left our comfortable and established lifestyle in Ontario, Canada, for a life we always chatted about during morning coffee. Fast-tracking our retirement plans, chasing our dreams, and risking our future, we purchased 7 unseen acres in the wilderness of Cape Breton Island in Nova Scotia. We downsized everything we owned, loaded up a trailer, our dog, 2 cats, and ATV, and hauled them to our new land. We knew for sure that our life was about to make a drastic change, but what we didn't know was that we were relocating to the most gorgeous place we'd ever seen. We took a chance, and it was worth it. Join us as we navigate through our new RV lifestyle. New climate, new landscape, new wildlife, building a world we dreamed of in a place only seen in postcards from the ground up. Thanks for visiting, and subscribe to my channel if you would enjoy the content of a 40-something gal running away into the woods with her family. We filled our water jug yesterday. We leave for Cape Smoky on Tuesday, so today's Saturday, so I thought, you know what, let's get some laundry done, all the laundry done. I've got the last load in the wash this morning. We can fill our water again one more time before we leave, and we will be shutting down a lot of the RV. We're going to shut off the water, make sure everything is just at a minimum for heat. We're going to take Tia, but I have the kittens and the cat, so I'll have to set things up for them, make sure that they're sort of safe and good, and I'll show you that in a minute. I'll show you the kittens in a minute. They're starting to get really big. I'd like to also clean the outhouse before we go. Everything gets freshened up. I don't like going anywhere without coming home to a nice, clean, organized space. It's always nice, when you get back from a little trip, not to have to worry about that. The situation with sleep around here, I have to say, I'm about to chat about my insomnia experience. So if you want to just skip this little discussion, head over to the 10-minute mark and we'll resume the tour of the RV. I have really bad sleep issues. It started when I was really young, I think I was about 14. I started getting headaches. I don't know how to explain it. I was overtired, but didn't know that I was overtired. I went to a doctor because of these headaches. My mom was like, okay, we need to see what's going on. The doctor ran a bunch of tests, and he thought it had something to do with my sleep. So he sent me to a specialist, and that specialist wanted me to do a 3-day sleep clinic where, you know, you lay in a room and they put these little things all over you, and then they can assess your sleep over a couple nights. I remember that clinic very clearly, that experience. You're not allowed to sleep for like 72 hours or something like that, so that when you arrive to the clinic, you should be tired, and then you will sleep, and then they can monitor you. So I remember being worried that I wouldn't be able to stay awake. And so I got a membership at a gym that was 24 hours, and they had a pool and like a track that you could like walk the track and go swimming and do some working out, and there was like bright lights and music all the time. And so I thought, well, I'll get that membership because I kind of wanted one anyway, and I'll just go to the gym at night so I don't, you know, get tired. And I had no problem staying awake, and it was really weird. I remember I was like, I'm ready to go. Let's do it, you know? When I got to the clinic, though, I remember just starting to feel tired, and I never felt that kind of tired before. It was almost like nauseating. I don't know. It was this weird sensation. They hooked me all up to this machine, and there was a nurse beside me watching a screen, brought in a fan, and they had these nice cozy blankets, and the atmosphere was so relaxing. And I was like, oh boy, I am so tired, like almost delirious, you know? The doctor came in and explained what was going to happen, and, you know, that there was somebody by my side the entire time. And so I said, okay, like just tell me when to go to sleep. You know, I was so tired by that point. They finally said, okay, it's time. You can go to sleep anytime. And I remember when I laid my head down on the pillow, like the room started spinning. Like I was just like, I felt like I was falling into sleep right away. And I did. I slept, and I had this few crazy dreams, you know. Like, I slowly started waking up, and I remember when I woke up, I felt so rested. I haven't had a dream like that. I haven't slept like that in so long. And I woke up, and I was like stretching, and the nurse was there. She said, how do you feel? And I was like, wow, that was like the best sleep ever, you know. And I'm like, whoa. She had this weird look on her face. I said, how long was I asleep for? It was like 7 hours and 45 minutes that I was laying in that bed. I was like, wow, I don't even think I've slept 7 hours ever. And she looked at me with this like really genuine, like, I am so sorry to tell you this, Bethany, but you have not fallen asleep yet. And I was like, like my stomach dropped. I was like, what? And she goes, I'm so sorry, but you are not sleeping. And I was like, I just couldn't even believe it. I couldn't believe it because I felt like I had. And it really messed up my head. So that's when they discovered that I had like some sort of an insomnia. There are I go a couple weeks and then it will all hit me and then I need to sleep. But here's the problem is when I do lay down to sleep, whatever minutes I can get actually sleeping, I need it really bad. And Manfred is a huge snorer. Like he snores so loud and so much that it's like I can't even focus. Like there's no way I can sleep. In fact, it's not just him, anybody, anywhere. Like when I can get a few minutes sleep, it has to be like the right conditions, you know? When I used to sleep with Manfred, it was getting to the point where I would be waking him up to roll him over to stop snoring. I was moving around a lot, keeping him up. It would wake him up, and it just became like too hard to sleep with somebody. So Manfred moved out to the shop to sleep. That's going to be where he sleeps. But the goal is to always have like two spaces where if friends or family come, we can just move ourselves into another spot, still have our own sleep space, plus have the guest space. So when my mom visits, she gets the master bedroom in the RV. It is a cute little room, and now I sleep in there. So for the last 2 nights, I've had a real bed. Up until now, like when we first got here, I slept up there. Which is also an extra little sleep space. My stepdaughter slept up there when she was here, and she's like, Beth, it is so cozy and cute up there. So it is. It's a nice little spot that I got used to sleeping in. But now I've been upgraded to this master bedroom. So it does have closets in here. The problem with the closet is that in the winter time it gets really damp, so we leave the doors open a bit, and this little heater, it just clicks on and off just to keep everything from getting like moldy and damp. So we're actually going to empty that out. There is clothing in there, but we keep it protected by like in a suitcase. Oh, see, I'll show you. Oh. So clothes are in here so that it doesn't touch the walls. You don't want anything to touch the walls. And so we bought these and hung things that it's away from the wall and the airflow can get in behind there. There's a cupboard in here also. You can't see where you are, but it opens up, and actually you can access it in from the bathroom also. So it's like a full-on thing. The furnace is underneath here. We keep, you can see in the reflection, the window, we keep it insulated. I like to keep the blind down, but this one, the blind can't get down from in here. It's kind of tucked in with this, but we just have to insulate it for the winter time. And then these cupboards, this cupboard, this shelf, and this, I'm going to empty it out and keep it empty. So when a guest comes, they can have cupboard space for their clothes or their items or whatever. And that's it. There's just a bed in here. Under the bed, like a drawer. And so Manfred keeps his work clothes in there. And then he had to like MacGyver up under the bed mattress like a frame, almost as like a do-it-yourself box frame, just to keep airflow between the mattress and this base. And then with that airflow, it goes around and circulates in here. So that keeps things really dry, and it's way better than last year. And then this is the bathroom. It's really simple. So that's the cupboard that you can access even from the other side. And there is a shower, like a full-on shower in here. The nice skylight, so it's never dark. And there's a little shelf in here. And a little skylight there. And there is a toilet. And the toilet does work. And we did have a guy come once to empty out the septic, but we have not used it since because we use an outhouse. This table I brought in, there is a table that goes in here, and I keep it, it's back here. There's two tables, one that goes here and one that goes here. But we don't put those up because they stick out and it's like right in the way. So this was outside for a long time, and it's very heavy and sturdy. So we keep that in there because we can tuck it in, and then we can have something to have the computer on. All the windows, this window broke last year, so that's why you see a difference in the light there, but it's insulated and blocked. And we already got a quote for that window. It's like $5,000. But we do insulate a lot of the windows and close them, but not all of them because we need some natural light, you know. We close up and insulate the exhaust fans. Underneath here, there is storage, and under this seat, I keep cat food, big bags of cat food, and the bin of dog food. And under here is just like some kitchen items. So this just slides open, and just some extra things. Oh, nope, Tink, we don't want you in there. Nope. We're gonna close that. And then under there, same thing. There's just more kitchen items, some canning items, and bigger items that I can't fit out here. And there's cupboard space up there. Fridge and freezer are just small, but you know, doable. I would like to someday get that TV out of here. We never use it. It'd be nice to have an extra shelf or something in there, you know. This is really cool. This back room is the toy hauler. So technically it's a garage. If you think of it as, this is like to haul toys around. So if you have a four-wheeler or a skidoo, there's a place to ramp it in and park it. There's an option to have a washer and dryer back there. And this is the ladder to get up to the loft up here. it just kind of pops out like so, and you can climb up to the loft. This back wall has a sheet of insulation between this screen and the ramp. This whole thing can go down, and this is a ramp up, so it's kind of like, you know, you can drive in, but it can also be like a back deck, so you can lower this door and it can be up level with this. So right now it is actually just our back room now. We don't need it as a bedroom anymore. Now that Manfred is sleeping in the shop and I've moved to the master bedroom, this can actually be like a back room. So those two tables I was telling you about, so I just have them kind of at the side right now. It's a really nice view from back here. So when I slept back here, this was my bed area, and I'd wake up every morning and look out the window and be like, oh, it's so beautiful out. There is a back door for here, and this is where you could put the washer dryer. Litter box I keep there. Ah! Getting attacked. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me, are you stuck? Oh, it's okay. It's okay. Sorry. Hi. Hi. Hi, baby. Okay, down you get. So it's warm back here. We keep this little heater, but there's also a little vent for the furnace there. And there is a bathroom in here also, and it just has a toilet and a sink, and I keep extra supplies in here. So I just keep that door closed. Stool here just to keep this door from closing or opening, because it won't be long and they'll be able to jump over that. I'm getting distracted by cute kittens. Whoa! Excuse me. Excuse me. Anyway, it won't be long and they'll be able to jump that box, so I might have to start closing this door to keep them back here. I don't want all these cats in there. I mean, not yet anyway. We'll be able to let them roam free soon, but until they get a little bit older, they need to stay back here in this room. So it's handy to have this door to be able to close, and it's actually a nice little door. Now I need to move, kittens. I need to move. Play amongst yourselves. Thank you. Let go. Let go. Let go. Thank you. I'm going to show you how this bed works. There's a button here. Up or down on this one. It does this. So it can only go down so far. But I think I might actually move the Victrola once the kittens are older. I can move this box out of here, or at least move it out of the way, and put the Victrola over here is where I want to put that thing. That way I can raise this up and down anytime I want at free will. A place for someone to sleep. And it's actually could be two beds, because this thing will drop all the way down as a bed, and that's what I was sleeping on, and I put like a foam like that, a foam thing on there on top of it because it was kind of lumpy. And I slept back here, and it was a big awesome bed. Or it can keep going down and it turns into two side couches, and then you can put a table in the middle, so you could have like a dining room area with still another bunk on top. So this can come down, and you can put another mattress or a sleeping bag up here. It's quite big. And that's where I kind of keep storage too. Like there's my bins in there, all of our puzzles and games, which will eventually end up in the shop once we get proper shelving and stuff. But this is what I keep my clothes in, are these things, and the extra bedding goes in them as well back there. You know, I am going to let kittens outside, like the cats in and out, even though there is a risk. But I do want them to be able to go outside because we need them to be mousers. You know, that's why we have them, so that they can be mousers. And we're obviously going to get them into the vet and get them all fixed, including Mama, which we thought, we didn't even know that she wasn't fixed. And she was just a stray that ended up at our house. But she's obviously not fixed, because she has babies. All right, well, let's get some coffee brewing. Let me put my clothes away. Oh, have a coffee break and then I'm going to do the dishes and just kind of putter around today. A little bit of a reset day. Where's my baby? She needs a bath. You need a bath. You tired? She snores too. And this is what we use for drinking water, because the water we pull from the river, we don't know, right, what it's all about. And we don't have a filter on our tanks. So we don't drink that water. Just an 8-cupper.